We do want to watch out for creepers. I don't know that. I do know that this could be really good. Get that out of the way. Watch out for those holes. Oh, I just heard a flunk. What was the flunk? Give me a piece of wood plank in the distance. If you do, I'll know that you are a mine. And mine. I see more zombies, but I don't see any sign that there is an abandoned mine shaft down there. Cool little ravine, but I'm expecting again we might be fine finding a few more of those closer to home that we don't have to boat all the way over here. We're checking out. As I mentioned, I like Res 3. It was the ice that triggered this. I was like, huh, well, look at that. Just a little corner of icy biome. Which I don't know, is that because the up above it's mountains? What is this biome? Let's check it out. Jagged peaks, there you go. So it just happens to be the terrain splitting between ocean and jagged peaks, uh, right? However that works. And then this is Spawn Mountain, so the little inlet over there is where we would park for our. Um, oh, it did restart. Damn it! OBS is still going, but at least for me, I don't know, Doc. I hope you're around. Um, Man, I just saw it. I don't know. I don't know if that was network on my side. I never saw dropped frames. Yeah, something happened. Doc's back. Well, thank you for coming back, man. I didn't notice anything on my side. I'm gonna just chill with the escape screen here for a second while if there's anything internet or PC or anything like that. We're up over 4 hours and we've been doing uh, 6 hour streams regularly with no issues. So I guess this will be the first AB in a while. Maybe something just out on the internet, but I didn't hear, fans whirring or anything like that. I didn't get any notifications on my system side that we had any problem. But if it bounced once, it may bounce again. So give me just a minute or two. I'm gonna step away for a sec, stretch, move around a little bit, and I'll be back just a bit here, and hopefully we'll stabilize back up. Be right back. Okay, guys. Well, we're at 8 minutes. I've still seen no dropped frames. The little bitrate thing is green. I don't know. I apologize though. Part B, I guess. Hey, welcome. What's up? A little late because I'm not going to trim it all. So there we go. But part B, this is a direct continuation after just a step away, a little break. We got man. What time? That was 5, right? So we got that's a weird little break. Um, we got a little bit longer to go. We're gonna get home first. That's the main thing, right? Let's boat our way back to base, unload our basically our trees is what we got out of this. But we got picture postcard views. This world is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. Um, so I guess what we know going forward is that at least via boat, we're down to kind of one more angle that we can head on journeys. Still coffee burpee. I don't know what's going on there. I think that's our tunnel. I think we're kind of like dead on our tunnel. Get home. Um, Shout out to Dr. Acceleron. Just absolutely a huge, awesome participant in the chat today, hanging out the whole way. And I've seen the numbers bounce a little bit, but weekday, midweek, people got stuff going on. It's kind of quiet. I get it, but I thank you all. And again, as I've said over and over and over again, the VODs on Twitch and the YouTube stuff, and I know we've been gone a little while, so you kind of trick the YouTube, right? All of a sudden it's like, hey, this person's back to active. Let's promote, freely promote their stuff to a few more channels. I see the views, and I see the likes and comments and subscriptions and all that. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for jumping in. It's great to have you. Folks that have watched the VODs maybe don't know me very well or just catching this episode 6 part B, right? If you are, welcome. I'm Habbage. We play hardcore vanilla Minecraft here, and as the episode 6 might indicate, some of those are multi-hour or significant. They're all multi-hour, but 4 or 5, 6 hour. Look at our beautiful sugarcane growing up there. Relatively new world that we're coming into our own. I think the enchanted armor and tools and stuff that we've gotten today is a big difference, and kind of feels like we're growing up a little bit, right? It's good to have those things. I think here's the deal. The timing is weird. This B episode is going to be an odd little length to fit in. So I think we're going to let circumstances kind of determine where and how the rest of this looks. We don't have time. We don't have time to take on like setting up the villager breeder. I don't know. I know we don't have time to significantly do what I'm interested in, but I think we're gonna go down and try just a branch exploratory tunnel. I'm not gonna finish out the basement, although that would also be a pretty good use of the time that we do have left. Hmm. As the villagers teach me to say. Um. All right. Well, that's also there. Let's start with those last 1, 2 sections of the basement clear out the room that we've got going. We won't expand it any further, but then we may do some branch mine tunnels, and this is a good time to look around. So that I've kind of been thinking about this for a long time, but let's go out here. In fact, let's go up a little bit. So we get the good lay of the land. Everybody knows kind of where I'm coming from, what we're talking about. It would actually be pretty smart if we like punched a hole up through a jungle tree. And here, let's make this our. This is gonna be our lookout tree. Huh? Sound good? So if I go up. And hope this doesn't break our fine. All right, good. So now we can pop out on the top. I don't think you can stick torches to treetop or to leaves, but you can stick them to the top block that we cut up. So here we go. Now we got an overlook of our. We can survey all that we touch and own, and help the layout a little bit. So spawn, we can kind of see, right? If we go out in the boat the way we just came back, right? We go out around this jungle point, past the bamboo, up on the other side of this hill in a river that eventually curves around in front of this arched mountain. And we went out through the tunnel under the stony shore, and then Spawn Mountain is kind of straight in a line back beyond that. And this whole open, what we just toured around is all out there. So we've got open kind of inland sea, and then more mountains, and then the sea and the dark forest and all that kind of stuff we just explored. It goes. This is north, right? Yes. All right, I'm right. This is east. The sun rises over here. We've got this little bit of ocean. It goes out a couple hundred blocks up to maybe 1,000 straight this way, but not as far as it does once we get out and around this point. This is out of sight, but fairly narrow. Obviously, there's a ocean monument temple. Hey, Jenny, how you doing? No problem. Hey, I hope you feel well. Rest up. I know it's a little late. Get some hot beverage soup, something like that. Hunker down, chill. We're kind of on the back end here anyway, so I won't harass you too much. Doc, be nice. She's trying to feel better. Yeah. Try to fall asleep. If you're not feeling good, sleep is the best thing. Anyway. So we got ocean monument, and beyond there's more hills and stuff that we've kind of skirted the coast on, right? If we go south, we know that we're on a strip of land that has lots of jungle, savanna, obviously our forests and stuff that our room actually extends this way. The water kind of runs along, and the river cut through and back and winds all this way down, right? To the west, we have our villagers. We have savanna. Eventually, there's kind of a mountain ridgeline that seems to run quite a ways, and beyond that, we just don't know. But it's kind of these rolling savanna hills and working up towards some mountains and a village and stuff out in the distance. But basically, village and then our other villages are just out of sight on the lake right over here. So it's cool. I'm glad to have a nice little perch we can go. So we'll try to preserve this tree. That's what that part. Careful. See, there it did it. Why did that? Oh, no, it didn't. It just looks weird. I was like, why did it break the vine at the top block? We're good. Nobody panic. It's fine. Bonk, 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 and torch. So we should hopefully recognize not to chop down that tree at any time in the future or to replace it with a skyscraper or some kind of observation deck. So I think for our branch mine tunnels, here's why we just went up there and looked at that. To branch mine west, the direction of the setting sun and the village and everything is a good direction because there's lots of land out that way, at least as far as we know so far. The one risk is while we're going underneath, our villagers may be at risk, but they do have golems protecting them, and at least our farmer villagers are safe inside, right? So I don't think we're overly stressing them by tunneling underneath. The other option is to go beyond our room and kick out that way and try to follow under the jungle and see what we get there. But we need here's the longer term plan. We need to and hey, yo, anyone else in chat? I can only see my comments too. Um, at the moment, I think that's it. Doc had said something. We just bounced the thing. Doc's been here a long time. He'll pipe up when he's able and all that. But it's been a chill chat. We're just getting stuff done. So don't sweat it. I think you're fine. We've gotten some enchanted diamond gear going. We're rocking a bit of the bling. And my favorite helmet enchantment is in place: Respiration 3 and Prot 3. So we get a little safer. And then on our boots, we have Prot 4 and Unbreaking 3. So we're better off than we were when we started today in terms of armor, safety, and breathing underwater. And we got Smite 5 and Unbreaking on our sword. So drowned zombies, skellies, anything undead, we are very good. And then we did get a book, so we combined our bow. It is now power 5. And our fortune pick has been very nice when we have gotten diamonds. It's got us set up, and we do have shirt and pants ready to go, and also an axe and a pick that will continue to try to enchant. But we're all the way down to level 42, having boosted our bow with that book, spent some levels. So, and we've done lots of farming and ranching and all that. So, kind of set there. But if I can get enough diamonds to make an extra pick, right, then we can use that instead of our valuable fortune pick to get some more obsidian and poke our heads into the nether, maybe quickly here as we wrap up. But we're not going too much further. We started at 9 a.m. my time, and it is now 2 p.m. my time. That is 5 hours. So we got about an hour left in my kind of vaguely planned 6-hour stream. And we'll see if we're caught right in the middle of an activity. We'll let it stretch just a little bit longer, but I'm not gonna knowingly be like, oh, it's 5 hours and 45 minutes into stream. Let's now go do stuff, whatever stuff might be. So the determination here will be, once we finish this last little pillar in our basement, entirely determined by the diamond hunting branch mining, where again we're going to go either south away from the stairs or continuing in the direction of the stairs, or west out under the villages. If we find diamonds very, very quickly, we'll go make a pick, go use some of this lava there's some right here, right? We can just make a little lava spot or obsidian spot, harvest it, and make our portal, and quickly poke our head through and see what we've got to work with in the nether. We're not going to do a massive nether adventure or anything like that, but any entry to the nether is an adventure. And just getting the initial portal using some probably deep slate to protect it figure out, are we down at lava level or are we up in the sky? What biome of the nether do we have to deal with? All that kind of stuff. Pretty good thing to do when you don't have a ton of time. And then we can better equip for a longer run into the nether. And of course, so that would then become a something I want to do here in the rest of the week. The other piece is we definitely haven't done anything with the villager breeder that doesn't exist yet. So we got to get that going too. We got our friendly farmer villagers to trade with, but nothing moving us towards librarians or setting all that infrastructure up. So that's another project we got to get to. There you go. Yeah, which is, hey, both of you guys, and anybody, anytime. I know I see the numbers. I see that there's people that are and I'm happy to have you. I don't know if they've ever said hello. For all I know, there's people that have been watching for as long as I've been doing this. Just like I can remain incognito. You don't need to know who I am. I'm gonna tend to my own business. I hope you know by now. I'd be happy to chat, but hey, whatever. You good? You do you. So you're always, and I do it all the time. I'm busy with stuff, and I've just got to, I'm sitting at the computer or whatever. I got a browser window open. I'm 100% lurking, not engaged with the chat much, but enjoying the stream and following along with what people are doing. The best there is if you're able to do some stuff and chime in along the way, but still be doing what you're trying to do. Hey, have at. Really, it's kind of a toss a coin. Here's just while we're thinking here, and I'll open it up. Either of you two, if you are so inclined, feel free to say a preferred direction, south or west. We talked about it as because today we've taken out a lot of this space and got some diamonds as a result, which is good. As far as project work in the basement, the next two will be kicking these walls out another section each. So we're 5 wide by whatever this is, 8 now? I don't even know. It's not worth counting. So that'll be next. That gets infinitely easier to do once we have better enchanted picks, right? And of course, the mending books and everything like that will help too. So it doesn't have to happen now, but in that sense, we would, rather than just doing normal every 3 branch mining, we'll probably go on the torch lines just to start preparing. If we're going west, we're pre-cutting this. If we're going south, we're just picking a corner and shooting out. And the hope there, in addition to finding diamonds, is find some big, deep caves. Maybe connect with something that shows us an abandoned mine shaft, all that good stuff. I don't see a comment. I think I'm leaning west. Maybe you guys could tell that, but let's just go. And again, like I said, we'll see if we find anything great. Cool. If not, hopefully we at least get lucky enough to find a pocket of diamonds and can turn around and pretty quickly head to gathering obsidian and poking our head into the nether. That's the best way to do it. Answer after the streamer has already picked a direction and gone. Yeah, that's what I was thinking all along. Good job. may after the bounce may very well be on my side, or are you just disclaiming the? Yeah, I'm guessing the side that we're going, which is cool, right? I don't. Let's see. Yeah, it's not too terrible from what I can see, but it's the standard, between processing and then going back out. Yeah, there's something out there in the interwebs today. We'll do a full everything in environment reset for me before tomorrow's stream. I'll get everything rebooted, check for updates. We got most of those, I think, last week, but you never know. Sometimes there are fixes to the updates that come out right on the heels. Take all that. Thank you, game. Oh, here we go. All right. So something to at least explore. I don't think this is a part of what we've already been into. Nope. So just quick regroup, reset. That's fine. We got our shield on. Just in case, let's put the apples on the toolbar, right? Remember the raid world? That was Necrophagia Taco, right? Where I didn't have the apples on my toolbar, needed them, and died because of it. Now this is, here, let's torch quick. This is not helping us, right? It's keeping us from getting. Oh, hi, Geode. You're always beautiful. And it's massive. Look at this. Oh, maybe not quite so much. It's just kind of back in that corner. It still looks pretty big. I've seen smaller. Oh. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I should have just escaped. That was a sneeze right into the mic. My bad. The zombie was coming. I panicked. I should have escaped and moved the mic or muted or whatever I could have done. Sorry about that. It's hard, as I've said. I think the allergies are going. I've a couple sneezes today. Here, we'll go this way. That looks enticing, but let's see what we got over this way before we also check for. Check for stuff above. This is winding back kind of towards where we have our basement and our working and everything, but obviously diamonds, perfect, right? That's what we are trying to build up and through, but that's not helping anybody. Go there. Zombie. Oh, look at it. It's coming. I knew when I saw that that waterfall beyond the lava. Oh, here we go. All right. Well, that's going to take care of our fun. We don't need to go to the Nether today. We got a huge cave to play with. Aw, man, I've been waiting for you. What are you doing? Also, after that sneeze, everything feels discombobulated from my headset. Let me get everything adjusted here. Where did he go? I don't think that was you. Light 5. Sucker. I don't like that up above our head. It's a really bad entry. Come on. Bonk. Bonk. Couple alternate paths out, because one of these times this is going to be a creeper dropping on us. We're kind of in the middle of the battle arena here. Can we get some light quickly up behind us here so we don't have stuff spawning and dropping automagically on our heads? Man, famous last words, but I kind of expected a lot more than that, to be perfectly honest. Oh, oh my god. It sounded so awful. Missed him. Let's go this way. There's a diamond up there in the ceiling. So yeah, that whole little being in a hole in the middle of the room, very, very bad. Very a long-term not survivable. How did he hit me? So kind of the strategy there as we go is, as I did, kind of try to get to the point where they may be sneaking up on you as you enter and exit, and get some light around it, and then find something that can make you a safe direction, right? So we've now kind of got a wall we can put our backs against, and we know pretty confidently that nothing is going to come from behind and get us. And so now we can survey everything outside. I think this is our same geode, which will be fun. Hey, I'm so sorry, man. Cave, big cave. So I've been going. What is up? Israel is cool. How you been? What do you mean? You didn't know today? You've been in here. Hey, yeah, we've been. I was away for a little while, so. But yeah, I've been going hard this week. I've got had a couple fun short-lived worlds, and this one is wow. Oh, the arrow just went away. Don't bummer. I just saw it sticking out of my forehead. And this world that has started. What we're on stream 6 now, I think. Is amazing. Flat out one of my favorite worlds I've ever been a part of. It is beautiful. That's the best part. It is absolutely achingly beautiful. That's what I've been saying. I think most people who have spent any time in this wild ride of garbage guys are here. Clunk. Come on, buddy. All right. There we go. More string. That means we can make another bow. You are. So he's the one that we, at least up here, our sword is no. I guess the spider too, but I mean, do we ever really worry too much about spiders? Not the regular kind. Cave spiders. Sweet, man. Well, I'm glad you're here. How you been? Israel is cool. Longtime friend of our channel. Glad to have you. Welcome back. We've had so many friends around and hanging out, being a part of the chat. Awesome. Oh, you just gonna pick that up, huh? So this will get us a little XP. It will. I think when we're just dealing with onesies, will, not the baby garment. Oh, here we go, though. Oh, is this Skelly Creeper Games? Come on, hit the creeper. Get me an album. Skelly Creeper Games have ratcheted up the difficulty. It's like hardcore. Oh, get out of the way. Hardcore Skelly Creeper Games now, you really have to set it up in order to get the album drops. We used to just circle around. What is Jenny? Jenny is a VIP in our chat here. She is one of the superstars, and I don't take that lightly at all. There are two, and only two people so far that have been VIPs. And I've got so many friends here. For other folks, don't take it as any kind of slight. I think that's another. Oh, look at me! It wasn't quite far enough to be a sniper duel, but he didn't stand a chance. I don't want. Look at all that. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have so much fun. Another geode. Big old cave. This one doesn't have the same feel as the Bat Cave. Whatever. That was the James Dean world. I was talking about the VIPs, speaking of James Dean. So, I know under the weather, no, I don't mean to embarrass anybody or anything, make them blush in the middle, but Jenny has been so incredibly generous with the time, hanging out and keeping this chat going and making people feel welcome. It's amazing. Omni goes back even further. I've got far older friends going all the way back to YouTube and stuff like that. But Omni has been incredibly generous, kind of sharing insights from his channel and streams. And it unfailing, every single tweet I think I've sent that related to the channel since the time we met, he's got the retweets, the likes, responses. Many people from his chat have been come over here. In fact, today, Melon P27, I believe, I said 60 one day, has been coming around. So that's the kind of stuff, day in, day out, over weeks, months of just my shenanigans, and even when I disappeared, just because I got busy in life recently, totally unexpectedly, but like, oh man, I haven't streamed in weeks. All of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden, oh man, I guess I really. Oh, this is the time. This is when the creepers are coming. When I switch out the torches, I saw them all bouncing. The immediate return, I sent out a tweet and all that, like, hey guys, sorry I've been gone. I'm back now though, and I'm gonna go live. Both of them, boom! Oh my gosh, where you been? Like in the chat immediately. Hey, we were wondering what happened. That's the amazing kind of people, and for anybody live streaming, I can only hope that you get to meet such awesome and wonderful people that connect with your chats. I've been so, and this, a little corny. It's not like a religious thing, but I feel so blessed to have people like that, and so many of it. The rest of you, Israel's Cool, has been coming around. What, like a year now, dude? I have not seen the new Mario movie. I've heard it's awesome. When I first heard people saying that it was awesome, I was kind of like, I don't know, why should I care? But it sounds like you're kind of right. Everybody wants to go see it. See, again, that's that's the kind of they're just in here, so positive, make me feel good, make me feel like less of a derp all the times that I'm derping around. So it's very very cool, and like I said, I hope every time when when people are like, oh, I don't know if I should stream or not. You should. For me, it didn't even matter about whether there was an audience or not. I started YouTube and going, I want to have a record of my hardcore worlds because once I die, they're gone, and I don't back them up and go back or reload them. That kind of defeats the purpose of the hardcore, right? Um, so from day one and for a long time after day one, nobody was there. But you just keep going live, turning it on, and eventually people are like, dude, just like Jenny said, right? They're nice enough to say, oh, it's your content. We really enjoy it. Well, it's because you find people that are like, I connect with that content. It's really cool. I want to hang out. That seems like a person that talks about stuff that I can relate to or connect with or I'm interested in, and it just kind of builds on itself. And occasional one or two drop-ins over the time become people that are dropping by, once or twice a week, and then they're like, wait, I missed something, dude. Did you lose a world? I can't be missing. And when you are missing, you can't. Then you got VODs out there. You can go on the YouTube, you can go on the Twitch, check it all out. Now Israel is cool. We go back a way, like I said, a ways. And Israel's cool as the best part that I remember about Israel's Cool, and I hope I don't embarrass you by saying this, but like the first time Israel's Cool came in and was like repeating stuff in chat, and I'm like, at the time, pretty much, I think it's fair to say about half my viewership was bots, and I'm like, okay, and I kind of was like, Israel is cool. I don't know that you're human, but I'm glad you're here. And you're like, what? What's going on? Of course I'm human. I'm here trying to hang out. And I still remember all the way back. You said, I think basketball and ping pong, table tennis, were some of your favorite sports. I know that you've taken a vacation trip to the United States in the last year. Do we know? Yeah, I mean, I the people that have been awesome and come back and returned. I do my absolute best not to forget you guys. And there's a lot. I haven't seen as much of this crew in particular, and I know that the last time he was around a lot. He said, he's in university now in classes and all that, but Antheos Live, Ant, was one of the first Twitch streamers and YouTubers to come in, and I think probably the first person to ever raid me. Had a community kind of like this one, not massive, but people coming around and enjoying the content. A couple of other streamers going in, and they were the first people that were like, "Oh yeah, we know who you are. Come on over to the chats and all that kind of stuff." And I definitely won't forget, right? And every time, it can be months, and then all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, I finally had some time to get back on Twitch. School life's been crazy. I know how that goes. It just happened to me for a few weeks here recently. But yeah, he's kind of the first to show up and make me be like, dude, yeah, you got this. You're doing the right stuff. Keep it going. Here, try this. Do that, and brought in his viewers and were like, hey, check this guy out. Maybe some of you like it. And yeah, it's good. Well, some of them do, and I assume some of you guys are the VOD viewers too, right? You're just like, oh, we were busy. That's why I call out the YouTubers and some of those people. Israel's cool, right? I assume, not every day is my timing going to work with everybody else's in the audience. So the VODs are out there. Drop in, say what's up. But that being said, yeah, Spread the word in the Twitches, because it's been a minute since we've had. Oh, you're out? Well, Israel is cool. Well, bye. I appreciate you, man. It was so good to see you. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Don't be a stranger now. I love having you around, and can't wait to hear. Remember the next fun fact about you when you want to share something. Take care. So cool. you guys, you guys are awesome. I absolutely so love it. The one that I wonder about, and I don't know if it was just like name change or what. Troy Warzone Gaming, huge member of the Minecraft side of things. And Troy, if you change names and are hearing a different guys, awesome. Um, Troy's a little, a student of some kind, but came out of the Minecraft community and kind of on that younger side. It was great, doing the everyday kind of stuff, and then just kind of took off. But I think kind of different in age to the point where your tastes are changing. Your tastes in what is entertaining change. So I think probably just like, yeah, I've seen that. Moving on, found some new streamers, but kind of after having been one of the first like longer term kind of everyday count on them to be in chat guys, just kind of poof gone, right? But that's the hardcore life. Sometimes that happens. So I don't shout you out enough if you're still lurking or hanging out on the VODs or anything. Troy Warzone Gaming. I haven't forgotten you are a friend of this channel too, and hope you're doing great out there. So if you guys see Troy Warzone Gaming in other chats or anything like that, you say hey, have it shouting you out. No, I'm not reaching out to anybody like, oh yeah, I got your private messages like how you doing, all that kind of stuff. I appreciate you, those of you guys that reach out, and I will obviously respond, but I'm not tracking down, hey, audience member, I haven't seen you in a while. How self-aggrandizing is that? Have you found other things that are entertaining, more entertaining than me? How dare you? You have to come back. No. That seems incredibly egotistical to my taste. And it kind of falls into that whole paying for views or follows or any of that kind of stuff, right? It's like, dude, I'm happier streaming to nobody, and like some of the nighttime streams and all that, whether the couple of lurk people are real or not, I don't mind. Like, we'll just get work done in the world. Because honestly, when I started this, I was going to be playing Minecraft anyway. Probably not as much as when I've been streaming, but the Minecraft part has nothing to do with the stream. I think some people are like, oh, that's a good game to stream. You're looking to get into streaming and grow an audience and all that. That's a good one to do. For me, it's the kind of the opposite. I'm going to be playing this game anyway, and there's an audience built in for it. So many people love this game and like to play it that, yeah, might as well share it. Like I said, that went back to just to YouTubing, just to have the images saved. Okay, same hole. Can we get a couple more diamonds, please? Also, okay, I wasn't even paying attention to my inventory. I'm just rambling here. That's why you guys are smart. You that drop in at the end of these streams when I'm like, oh, I've been talking for a few hours, that the tongue just loosens up and it's like, brain is disengaged, mouth is going. Who knows what you're gonna hear? I'm just glad that some of you guys are like, okay, well, I'm not completely offended or repulsed. I guess I'll hang out, see what he has to say next time. See what other comically derpy life stories he has to share. I don't know that I have any too good. I guess we can um, revisit a little bit the social and sports calendar because some of y'all kind of know what's going on this week. I will touch base on that because we're getting up on. I got like half an hour here of planned time to go. So this week is crazy for folks who may not have been around earlier to hear me say it. Colorado Avalanche and Denver Nuggets are both in the playoffs, and basically, at least this week, alternating nights, and all playing. The earliest game start of any of them is 7:30. Last night, I hung out with a buddy. We just watched what ended up being a pretty disappointing game. It's okay though; it's only one. And ate some fantastic homemade on the smoker chicken wings. Look at all this! Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Beautiful. Our flooded cave is beautiful. Look at him start moving as soon as I pull my bow out. Oh, we gotta go. That's how Minecraft determines what we're gonna do, right? It's like, yeah, you're gonna want that enchanted. Oh, that's the last of our torches. And I just heard spiders. Oh, this is sketchy. So sketchy. Is there even a... Okay, it does go through. That better be the best, the best enchanted bow we've ever seen. Run! Nothing right on our heels. What was I the best smoker cooked, smoked chicken wings that my buddy did, and it was fun hanging out. But he lives across town, and it was like 11 without like as soon as the game was over, he's gonna like, oh yeah, yeah. Like, dude, I'm out. We're gonna catch up and hang out all week. So have a good night. I will catch up with you. Like, that's the game. See ya. Thanks for having me. Brought dishes and stuff up from the basement where we were watching and out the door. And it was still 11:30 when I got home. And I usually I'm like 10:30. 10:30, 11 is kind of a little later for me normally, unless I get sucked into an Omni stream and spend some nighttime hours. I really thought we were going to do better on the diamonds while we were down starting this cave. But before we totally forget our way home, let's get back because we can't do much more without torch. Goodness gracious, now I got hiccups? Yeah, it's time, right? I'm going to give myself a big clap in the chat if this is... Oh, look at that! I didn't even take a wrong turn. That was a zombie converting to a drowned. So we've got more flooded caves and stuff in there. A little scary, though. The hardcore life. That's what I'm living. Hardcore. But yeah, the sporting craziness continues, and it was a good reminder. Like, not that I've long since outgrown letting sports stuff completely dominate emotions. I think you have to be very careful with that, and the best thing to remember is professional sports are there to entertain you. They make their money on you being the customer, right? You're paying to consume that product. And for the athletes that do that, they recognize and appreciate that it is a money-making venture, a career. They detach as much as possible from uh, emotional part themselves. I mean, you have to be invested. You have to be bought in to be a champion team or that kind of stuff, right? And that goes into it. They've learned that playing these sports all their lives and reaching a point where they can compete professionally and get compensated and make that their job. But at the same time, we haven't looked at the bow yet. I know they're not. They take a loss or something like that. They may be like, "Oh man, we were so close." I would hope that for their parts, they're not going home and being a total jerk to their families and as I talk about University of Colorado a lot because it's so in the media and dominant. That was an early uh, head football coach, Coach Prime Deion Sanders, saying to his staff as he was assembling them, he's like, they showed clip of the meeting, and he's telling them, when you're here, I want you 100% here. I want you focused on the work, teaching the kid. He's talking to his staff. Teach the kids. Uh, have your plan. You're here for them. You're invested. 100% totally focused and committed to the what we're trying to do, make a winning team. When you go home, I want you 100% present and there for your family, whether it's spouse and kids, most coaches and stuff, but or your parents or whatever the case may be. When it's home time, you leave all of this behind. I don't want you at home thinking about what didn't go right at that day in practice and what you have to fix. You do that in your office before you leave, and it may be a 14-hour day, but that's why it's even more important. At the end of it, you go home, you leave all that, and you then are present. And the same thing, if your kids are being total jerks, you're frustrated and fed up. They were up and down all night or playing the radio too loud or whatever. And, you're like, dude, you wrecked my sleep. You still have to drop that, right? You're not thinking about that or what challenges they have. If they're sick or anything like that. You have to leave that when you come to work so that you can be focused on your job. And to a lesser degree, that's an example of the professional in terms of a coach, right? The student athletes are quote unquote not professional, but they're learning how to manage their lives. And I think a lot of times fans don't have anybody reminding them that, like, look, yeah, it can put a smile on your face to have a championship and you go to a parade and party and all that kind of stuff. It's great, but you can't let that affect your mood the next day. Yeah, they didn't win. Okay, well, it's a reason for them to go back out and do better next time. That kind of stuff. So that was it. They have to win whoever has to win 4 games to win the series. So they are down 1-0 in the series and have 6 more games if needed to get that done. So they got to win 4. Better start tomorrow night. But tonight, basketball team, Denver Nuggets go. Significantly less favored sport for me. Hockey is the one I really love, but having both in championship runs is pretty cool. So we're making time for that. Unbreaking 2. I don't know about that. We'll go throw it over here. Frankly, we prefer an Unbreaking 3, right? If we're going to waste the levels putting it together. But if this boat was to get really beat up and all the way down, we didn't have anything else to put on there. I'd just as soon combine those and get some Unbreaking before we lose it all. That being said, let's not forget that we can now make a new bow and go here. Zoom, zoom, zoom. That can be ready for our enchantments next time we get up to level 50. Torches is what we were coming to restock. Oh, at our bed. 240, 20 minutes. I think that's still our best plan is to go right back to where we were and see if we can't find a couple more nodes of diamonds and try to get a couple more. Right? That'll set us up for upcoming streams having more. Plus, we're getting a little bit of XP. We might get drops. Maybe somewhere in that big old cave we see the outcrop of uh, a dungeon spawner, or find out where it intersects with a mine if that's the case. And if nothing else, if we throw these torches all over the place and are still running around with time to spare, we can start harvesting redstone and gold and all that. But now, knock on wood, the game can be a little crazy, but hopefully we shouldn't at least have a creeper immediately dropping on our head. Let's go check out this. Now that we know we can come back out of this cave and hopefully not be immediately assaulted. This feels like it's going to pop right back around to our big cavern, but maybe we're a little more withdrawn. So here is a great example, right? There's a bunch of gold. Since this doesn't really go anywhere, let's just grab it on the way back, right? We can make do I want to go back up here again? We're kind of working through this. Let's see what more there was down there. Or up, down being the part where we went and got the enchanted bow picked up. I guess it was that ledge that I was scared of. This seems very dark, right? Let's get a torch there. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Don't die. Don't be a creeper coming right over the lip of these steps. Just more of that room. All right, well, that speeds things along nicely. Diamonds? Any? Feel free to shout out in the chat. If you see me blow by something, I very well, especially, you know, as we're like turning and going and all that, if I miss something, let me know. Iron, I'll grab the gold. I'll grab all the XP-rich redstone. Oh, I missed him. All that kind of stuff, but we've got plenty of iron out of the mountains, so I'm not too worried there. I would love to know if this. I just thought I just heard something. Okay. All that for. Oh my god. Beautiful, beautiful that it just keeps going. Get over the gap. You hear those skellies, and it's like, don't clip me with that one lucky arrow that knocks me off an edge. Speaking of that skelly, where is it? Maybe down below. There's diamonds. How are we supposed to get over there? This is the scare? I didn't realize quite how scary it was when we were going over to get the bow. I knew that there was like a drop, and I was worried that something was going to come down that dark slope at us, but I did not know that that was quite as big as it was. That's terrifying. I say not at all terrified. Maybe it wasn't that terrifying. I think we can all agree that ignorance was bliss. There's the skelly. We've been listening to you all day. One shot. Power 5 bow. I like ya. I know you've kind of capped the enchanting stuff we get to do today, but it was levels well spent. That lava is kind of taking care of us from there. Uh, look at it go. I don't know if you guys can see on the YouTube, but that just keeps on, it like kind of curves back towards there, but it is like that's a long way and that's a longer way, and there's just these spirals with the lichen, but the cave keeps on going back in that direction. Amazing. This is like the mountains; they just keep going. Cave keeps on caving. Love it. Cave's gonna cave. Ooh, look at that. And maybe that gets us down into that lower level where the diamonds were. I don't feel kind of stupid with my back turned to all that cave. Just keep on caving. Kind of going the wrong way here, game. Also, I guess there's that. I felt like a two block drop, and that gets you stuck. Like here. Wow. It's gotta be diamonds, right? Just somewhere. Two more. That's all we need. Oh man, that's iron. All right, farm the XP. I don't know what is outside that is just like engine rumbling. The garbage guys have already been here. Oh, is it a fire truck? Hang on a second. I don't think I can reach on the headset, so I'll be right back. Nope, it is the carpet cleaners down around the way. And this is one of the advantages of being set up in the office and not my main room. In my main room where I played on the laptop all the time, um, they would be I'd be like 4 parking spaces closer to the breezeway where my door is, and they usually park if they can right there, right? And so the compressor and all that, it sounded much more distant, like a big truck or something. Um, get that, fill in these holes like so. Definitely branching out from our original cave, but remember when I was connecting to the basement, I'm like, man, these caves stink. They're like tiny. Now we're getting ones that we can really do some exploring in. Love it. I already looked at that. This is where we came down from, and we're going to curve up to where that gold was. All right, we got all that, but I think the moment our focus, we've spent like half the remaining time, and about half our torches. Kind of perfect. Like I said, it's not a hard cap today. Um, let's look from here. Yeah, that seems pretty solid, right? Um, it's not an overhang, I guess is the better way to put that. So we can go. I kind of like having a little landing if we come back around from this way. Who knows, how much of any of this goes, it becomes regularly visited or not, but make a nice little quick stairway compared to our flooded out one. So we should poke through and see. Can we see all the way? I have to investigate too, like when you hear sounds and stuff outside. That one was just like it sound like from here, the carpet cleaner compressor thing in the back of the van sounds like a big vehicle engine just idling. If I was in my other room, it would sound like a compressor just running, but it's there. And every once in a while, if there's like a medical call or something like that, the paramedics will come. But here they drive the big. Usually, it just depends on, I guess, who's available and who responds. But a lot of times you get the big ladder truck, fire truck, right? The guys down at the station are just bored, so let's take out the big fire truck. The kids will love seeing it drive around. We paid for it. And that's kind of what I was like. It sounded like that, just big, heavy engine that we don't. Garbage trucks have them, right? But they'd been here. But it even there's some people that have like a pickup truck that's got a big exhaust and all that. And they sound loud, but it wasn't right for that. And that's why I was like, let's go check. But this wasn't I think somebody's trying to, steal parts of cars or anything like that. It was what's going on? All right. We've already gotten there partly, and I think that look at that. It's just gonna work out perfect. Let's get another. Hang on. This is what we don't want. Our surprises from behind where we're working. I can handle stuff coming towards me, especially if I see it coming, but. All right, there they were up there. We'll just stack some blocks along the wall. Get up there to get them. Yep. I am a parkour master. I think that's as far as it goes. Not ideal to have spent so much time on the staircase to get there, but no. I almost used the wrong pick. Fortune 2. 4 diamonds. All right. That's more like it. That gets us that new diamond pick that we were talking about. One that we can, it would be great to throw some silk touch on it, but doesn't even need it, right? We just need a diamond pick that I don't care too much about to get the obsidian, right? I don't want to waste my fortune pick on that right now. And next question, we've got this huge cave. Is it accessible past the water? Oh, there's gold over there. Let's go get that. Already been in here. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, if I'm going past stuff, like, I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff out in that big main cavern that we've already looked at. But if it's a little, like, side thing, I'm like, oh, like the one we were just down in getting the diamonds, right? Like, I'm out. And you're like, there were emeralds down there. You saying you're too good for your emeralds? I am not, and I am very prone to missing stuff like that. So, what do we got here? Oh my gosh, more amethyst? Let's go up. Oh, there's already zombies coming at me. There's a creeper. Ah! 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 Can't even turn around yet. Oh, it was the creeper. I knew he was out there. Oh, sniped. Yeah, that's why I don't like going up hills into caves. They're very, very, very scary. For that reason, stuff dropping down on top of you. Remember, I really, really have a schoolboy hope that it likes me back and we'll exchange notes in gym class, or not gym class. Whoever passed a note in gym class, English class, that this world will say it likes me too, because I am absolutely puppy love with this world. It is, oh my god. What am I doing there? There's more stuff just teetering on an edge right over my head. I don't want to lose this world, was the big takeaway there. Let's really try not to do stupid stuff. Be fine, chat. Cut that up. Oh my god. Look at all that. Now this goes down too. We didn't get very far on the whole lighted up goal. Oh, there was some XP though, right from sniping that creeper. And remember, those were the two bands, and maybe you guys can see it a little better. It just keeps curving and going back and back and back. But I think we're. See, that's the ledge. And again, things aren't just going to kamikaze drop. Creepers may. I don't know what the height is that they will jump at you. But falling creepers explode on impact, in case you didn't know. So there's no sizzle time. They just drop and pop. Boom. There was the amethyst that we saw. I got up to here before, and then everything, like that creeper was coming. Light. Again. Get up to a part where I'm, oh crap, double torch. No! Oh my god, where did he come from? Huh? I can't even eat yet. I'm so glad we have good armor now. Oh dude, you go fall down. So clearly we're not up to the top yet. I got a really big crush on this world. Don't die. I don't want to lose it. Lay in here. Oh, by the way, I mean, history says at some point it's gonna probably go away, but I will be bummed out when I lose this world, for sure. Okay, I think this is safe from spawning creepers on my head. Now, how do we get up to that dark little spot wherever that creeper came? I don't know if that creeper came from below. He definitely sizzled, right? So there we go. I bet it was right off that edge and then like don't. No, I don't. Oh, I don't like that. He may chase us. That's fine. Uh, I'm much more concerned about what might be coming down this dark hallway. Like you. Did that other guy ever make it up here? I don't even know if he can. I think I might have had to corner jump some stuff. I'm glad I made. Oh, look at he's got chainmail. I'm glad I'm making making you feel better. I'm happy to hear that. Oh, that's our first chainmail here. We probably won't wear it, but I love getting some. Oh, look at it. It's pretty good shape too. Hi zombies. Oh, here we go. More cave. Remember when I said that? Like, yeah, I don't have a firm time. It'll pretty much be until we run out of torches. All right, back to the wall. Uh, one light. This is the most dangerous. Look at all this iron. I guess we're just in that kind of between stone and. Hi, spider. I need your string. Come here. Hey, don't worry. This is a smite sword. It spiders like it. Oh boy. Full draw bow. It is the cave that never ends. It just goes on and on. All right. I don't know if that's a copyrighted song or not, but just as head stickable as Daisy, right? Immense. Okay. First of all, third of all, every time the game gives you something that you want, look the F out because, hey, you're running around in caves looking for diamonds, huh? Well, here's some diamonds. Go get them. There are like 15 ways to die around these diamonds, right? Here, I'm going to go back up and get this gold too while we're at it. So we don't trust gravel in any way, shape, or form. So there's gravel above our head. There's gravel here that I don't. This was the first one. I was like, oh, first. If that had been floating, like none of it is, but if it had been, you walk out on here, all of a sudden you drop and you're down in a cave down there, and there's creepers or skellies or something coming in, squashing your face. Then we've got this one, and this is even worse. So let's. It's two more beyond this block. Let's mark that block. Oh, there we go. I didn't even. That could have got me right there. I didn't know that putting a torch next to gravel would make it fall. You learn something every day. But here was then we have a. Oh my God! Dude, things that want to fall on my head from everywhere. So I knew about that one, and now we've got to consider that there's that big cave all trying to kill us as we just want to go get our little diamonds. Let's go. Can we go around this way? That's not a giant hole. More gravel trap. Jeez. There's going to be a creeper here. He's going to set. Oh, it's a skelly. It's still going. Oh my God. We are down to half a stack of torches. What? Where are we? And I already shouted out, I don't know if the people that are in the chat now were here. May he rest in peace, because apparently he died in 1972. But Jackie Robinson, who I wasn't, frankly, I wasn't aware of how old he was when he retired from ball or anything like that. He could have still been alive. He was only 55, and he died in 72. So, he would have been 100, but people live to be 100. He didn't. Oh, okay. But shout out Jackie Robinson, who integrated baseball, United States, back in the 50s. He was born in 1919. We learned today when I was verifying that he was no longer among the living, and shout him out. Rest in peace, dude. We are inspired, but also I am so glad that I named this world for the two. There is another meaning behind naming this world 42. I'm so glad I did, because whatever created this seed, dude, it is the best, the most beautiful, entertaining, engaging, awesome setup where we just happened to put the base in the spot that had all the villagers to hang out with. Played a lot of Minecraft worlds, and this is there haven't been any. I don't think, dude, this is so dumb. That have quite rivaled this one. All right, up. Got to start somewhere, right? Okay, that's safe. Now, what is this next bigger area, and how do we get there? Here? And then here? Here. Oh, so beautiful. Well, again, not right here, but I'm thinking back to, dude, that harbor with the mountains that we saw today. Oh, this gets me all goosebumpy. I want to build stuff everywhere. There's just so many cool spots. That mountain pass that we went up and crossed over to get the wood types. It feels like, yeah, that's reminds me of places I've hiked in my life, right? It's just so cool. I guess since we've been doing all this diligently, so not only is there gravel all around, there's lava underneath that diamond. Game really, really wanted us to pay for that diamond. Gold. Hey. Hey, I know where we are. We can finally get the diamonds with some degree of confidence that we're not going to die. There probably has been some lapis. This stuff? Did I grab it or did I miss some? I've kind of been focused on this diamond and not dying, so if I may well have just not even overlooked it so much, it's just been like, yeah, whatever. Get the torches. We will poke here just to see, is there anything joined? But no, and I talk about it a lot. This is kind of where it clicks for some people. When we do like the branch tunnel mining, the 1x2, where we're just making a hallway, how we found this cave, right? If you clip diamonds like that, where you're just going along and in the middle of a big old mass of rock, you hit diamonds and they're just in a pocket. If they're not exposed to air anywhere, you will generally find bigger deposits. If you're going through caves like this, you'll get one or two or maybe three or four. And there's nothing to say you won't find a big deposit, but generally speaking, you get more of anything: coal, diamonds, emeralds, anything like that. If they're not generated touching air, so a part of a cave system or anything like that. Um, another I don't know if it's a super strong reason to, but it is something to think about when you're deciding how you want to go after your diamonds. We're back to like the fourth from our home. Oh my god! I just heard like a bat. That's lapis. Is that what you were wondering about? Oh my god! Huh? What is making noises? Are things like falling past my head? I hear a skelly. I hear slime. Oh, is the slime up here? Oh, there's stuff up here. Oh. Dude, this is terrifying. Slime? Oh, is that it down there? Slimes are kind of weird in their sound. Um, I think there is a deal where they're like not either directional or distance. So I think that's a zombie, not a slime. Oh, what? I don't have torches for this. Slimes are one of the toughest things we need to get set up and going for our villager trading hall. Oh, what's all this? Shh. Well, that sounds like multiple slimes, doesn't it? It feels like it's getting louder. I don't have any wood. I was like, maybe we'll find some coal and then we can just get some more torches. Now it feels back over there. I don't know how well any of the directional, to the extent that it is sound in Minecraft, translates. Oh. Wait, did I do that? I thought I was connecting to a cave. Are you kidding me? That's our first diorite? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, safe. We got one torch. So now, hey buddy, how you doing? Hi. This is, for better or worse, a long and winding road to a little slime. But if this is the chunk that they will generate in, this room is kind of containing, right? I don't have any more torches. Because he was big and like he could have maybe moved along these, but it would be, I would think, a pretty good bet that he came in here. So, real quick, escape so I don't die. Notepad, where are you? I haven't used you in days in this world. 42. Alpine Bliss, by the way, was what we called our mountain resort. I couldn't remember. Called it, or our site for it. I should have grabbed coordinates. Well, I don't need coordinates, but that harbor was amazing. I definitely would like to do some building there at some point, barring death. And by the way, our base 334,690. Um, this slime chunk 346,959. Um, if we so jotting this or knowing that this is the area, what we can do is get down to Chiunk is what I wrote. Thank you, keyboard. And then question marks. We don't know. We don't know for certain that this is where it is. Again, no swamp here, right? Swamps are ideal because then you can just run around at night and go kill a bunch of slimes. But we do have a chunk that somewhere in the vicinity a slime was spawned in, right? So at 346 by 959, that or another chunk right in the area may very well produce slimes. So that kind of would give us a lean towards which way to expand our base. So again, very good. But now we have used all our torches getting him. We got 13 slime balls. Fantastic. Look at all our goodies. Get the heck out. Like you said, Jenny, let's get the heck out of here and not lose our world. This is where we came through. So it doesn't, as far as I know, it doesn't have to be up here that we sit around and wait for a slime to appear, right? And we may very well, as we expand our basement just naturally, we may run into other slimes popping around. Usually, by the time I've made a basement big enough for storage, there's slime nuisance level all over the place, except when you really want them or when you're getting started. So we didn't have enough torches to really safen this up. That is a verb, by the way, to safen. I hear you, spider. I don't see you, and like I said, I think we're good. In that little slime hunting thing and all, it went from like, all right, I'm winding down, but I'm running out of time to it's 20 minutes. I love this game. I love it. Yep. Yeah, I got a target end time. Shattered. Worth. So, I mean, like, yeah, it would have been fun to get to the nether, pop our head through, and see what we got to work with, but, dude, we spent an hour doing this. Israel is cool came by to say what's up. Um, couldn't have ended stronger. And all the like, let's just back up. Every time I've been in this world, whether it's a night stream or a day stream, I keep going like, let's think back to where we were at when we started the stream, and it just is like, oh my god, we're doing so many cool things. I can't believe it. Um, at the beginning of today, we had a diamond sword and a diamond pick, and I think we had just gotten fortune, right? But we didn't have any other diamonds. Oh, I also wanted to check this real quick. Sorry, sidetrack. 272 800, and we were looking at 320 something. Oh, but look, we're going back. So we had actually gotten pulled off that. Hang on, I gotta check it. I closed up the notepad. 346 959. Oh my god, if this is already something we did or so close. So we'd gone all the way back up over the top. 336, so 10 more that way, and I don't think we've quite got 100 blocks done yet. So guess which way we're going to expand the basement. Yeah, we got to go 10 blocks this way, 100 blocks this way. But what we can do, instead of, even though it'll look a little lopsided, here's the new plan. It's evolving as we talk here. So this is our basement room. It's all nice and symmetrical. That's cool. And ultimately, we like symmetry, but it doesn't have to be a hard and fast rule. As far as working in the basement, loading the fields, which are up above us and all that good stuff, are instead of one wide, all 157 by chunk or 6 extra blocks, whatever, all the way down. We'll do 2 instead of 1 and 1, right? That's what I thought. 1 here, then when we need to do more, we do this side, back and forth, back and forth. This time, we're going to do 2, or now the priority will be going 2 over this way, fill out the room, and that will give us, because we were talking about storage needs, right? So at that point, we'll have 3 sections beyond our stairs. We can run storage along the middle one and still have room to maneuver and work in outside of it, and put in pass-throughs and all that, so it's not an endless looping around it to go get to our storage. But then in the far corner, that's where we can do our first southbound 1x2, and when we get to this 346 959 area, we will make a new little pocket, right? And set it all up. So that just popped in. I'll try not to forget, or we'll see, maybe there's other reasons to do other stuff in the future. But look at this. Slimes. And we got 13. It's not quite enough to do, we need two sticky pistons per villager spot. So basically we represent 6. I want at least a dozen, if not 15 per run, that we're going to build up for wherever we end up with all of our villagers to trade with and interact. So we need a bunch more, but finding that and having at least a reasonable guess as to where a slime chunk is, especially since we haven't seen any swamps, that's a big deal. Big deal. Did I make it clear that it's a big deal to me? So that will now become kind of the driving force when we do want to grow our chucks, and we'll sleep here to get rid of the phantoms. When we're letting the crops grow and feeding and processing everything over there, we will be focusing toward getting to and then expanding around that slime area as we do it. Marvin, that's solid. We do have bones, obviously. You just saw we got some bones. So like Marvin. I know where we're going with there. We could get the crew. I don't know about since we already have Daisy. Um, I don't know. I'd love to have the whole character sheet represented, right? Wait, what did I just? Oh, I put the chainmail over here. That's fine. We'll figure all that out eventually. Spider eyes, what I was trying to put in here. Here, let's go ahead and drop these lapis off here. So again, I have one diamond pick, and I knew that. Anybody scratching their head and going like, dude, go get the obsidian. We could have. What I'm trying to do is keep one for enchanting. That is to grab the if we have a fortune enchant available, we will throw it on this pick, whether it's a fortune 2 to combine with this one and make a fortune 3 or a fortune 3 itself. Um, that's our priority on the picks at the moment until we get a silk touch to put on this axe. Once we have our pick at fortune 3, then we'll make a diamond hoe. And the next time that we see fortune 3, probably at that way, I wouldn't jump a fortune 2, I don't think. But when we see a fortune 3 roll, we'll throw that on a hoe for our potatoes and carrots and all the farming goodness that it brings. But now we can make a carry with us diamond pick that, if it gets to that, yeah, absolutely, we'll throw some enchantments on it. But it's basically our carry around diamond pick to more quickly get us to see diamonds for this pick or improved fortune 3 pick. And at some point, you hit a tipping point where it's like, now we just mine, even if we don't have silk touch yet, we just mine with diamond picks instead of iron. And that's why I feel like we didn't need to grab any iron today. We're getting very, 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 very close to waiting on project. Like, oh, we need 18 gazillion pieces of iron for a super smelter or something like that. Okay, then we need an iron gig, but otherwise we're good. And look, we got our first diorite and some more andesite. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with. I mean, I guess I just throw it in here. It doesn't stand out very well from the deep slate, but it's good. And we still have a little more cobble than we want. I'm still not hungry. I haven't even been able to taste this cake. It's kind of sad. Um, we could go ahead and make apples now, but we've got all this extra cooking. Maybe we should wait. Let's do. Oh, here. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, there. There. Now we have two to enchant and one just to straight up use. Um, this would be a time that there would be a creeper surprise. So, on guard. See something, say something. If anybody hears, smells, otherwise is aware of creepers, let me know. So we found this right, the stream after we'd built our base and hung out. It's like, oh, look at this, we got a portal, and I was like, maybe we'll just build this into our portal. We're not going to because, dude, what? It's like at right angles, worst portal ever. But um, I think we can. I'm gonna leave this part because it's the visible. And then we'll go ahead and grab these. Should just be close in case there's lava underneath. I don't want to waste the effort. They're still not quick. Yeah, what's the name of the dude with the fjords? He's got the best name. There we go. Who's cutting onions? That's our second advancement of the day. We also got cover me with diamonds. Don't think I'm forgetting any. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Go away. Don't. Oh no. You. I need to stand on you, dirt. Oh, I still didn't get any torches yet, did I? $42. My library has lost all copies of the books since lockdown. So I found the book set on eBay. The last when I was talking about it, I think you said you'd reached out to the library or whatever. So did you like put a hold on it or reserve it or whatever? And then they came back and were like, actually, this is embarrassing, but being a library that has books and all, we don't have that book. Or how did that play out? And did you just do all this, or did that happen earlier and I just misunderstood? Or are we talking about different books? The Crime Obsidian doesn't help us with portals at all. I don't think. Like, how cool would it be if we could make portals with Crying Obsidian too? Just because it's sad, it's a little emo. Fine. It can be a part of our portals. I would like that. While we're here, just okay. I did. Sometimes it's good to check. Have I forgotten stuff in a boat chest? Because, dude, by the time we get to the next stream, I'll be like, I don't know. We're still a little short, aren't we? How many do we need? 3344 is the bare minimum. So I guess we got one extra from there, but that looks pretty sparse. If we lay it all out. Goes there, that goes there. This awful. I've so far managed to dodge all. Hey, speaking of 42, there it is. Yeah, exactly. No one returned them, and they don't have the funny. Well, I get that. Like, dude, I don't know anything about running a library, but it's got to be, you fight and claw a city, and at some point the city's like, dude, yeah, we totally want the nice, fancy library, right? While the mayor's kids are in school, or whatever. It's like, dude, our library's a piece of crap. Let's get a special building permit or loan or whatever and blow it up, and that's cool. You get a nice, beautiful library building, maybe, or the one that you've had. They refurbish it, put in some new carpet or whatever. Currently, dude, how terrible is this? I don't think we're alone in Denver, but in the last all this winter, one library had a test. I don't know what was going on, but it's not, I think it's kind of an ongoing open joke, right? Homeless people or transients or whatever you want to call them, often will congregate to libraries, right? Especially in the wintertime. It's warm, there's internet, right? And if they can maintain at least the least illusion of some level of cleanliness and composure, they can go in and read a book. I'm okay with that, right? especially if you're there in circumstances outside your own control. It's not a choice thing, but sadly in the United States, there are so many avenues to get out of homelessness if you are, that it really does become kind of a lifestyle choice. And it's the sadly, tragically, it's the lifestyle choice of um dare I say junkies. I mean they're addicts, right? They're addicted to drugs and they're making terrible choices because drugs are driving that and an addiction to those drugs. But at some point along the way, you're making the decisions to pursue those drugs, right? And I say that as somebody I'm a skier, I've been a hockey player, I've broken and maimed myself plenty of different times. And before there was an opioid epidemic, I plenty of times had doctors prescribe um, painkillers, and I do understand chronic pain. Thank God I don't have anything that is a chronic pain. For me, I've got a very bad sprained ankle that I went all the way back to my cross country days. And if I run for too many months in a row, that's why I walk a lot. Even though I'm young enough, I should be able to run. I'd love to still. I'd never completed a marathon. I'd love to do it, but in training, there's just a point when the foot and calf and all those muscles get too strong. The ankle is not there, and it will resprain almost guaranteed at this point. Like it's happened too many times in a row to ignore it. Um, so I know about chronic injuries. I have not had to deal with chronic pain, but I do know people that do, and I very much understand how it's a slippery slope, right? If your medical professionals are just throwing opioids at you as the least resistance, like yeah, you got a bad back, you got past head injury or something like that, and it's just we've tried, or you don't have the surgery, or we've done so many surgeries and it's just not affecting the pain. Have some more pills, right? That's what we're trained to do and all that. It is a problem. I don't dispute that, and I don't dispute that the longer you stay on those kind of things, you are. But uh, seeing the number of homeless people that move from opioids, since here in the United States we've cracked down on Vicodin, Percocet, and all those opioid-based painkillers, and they've really, since I was a kid, when you break a finger or I've broken arms, all kinds of toes and all kinds of stuff that have been breaks, not to mention shoulders, separations, and ankle things and all that, and any number of surgeries and all that, they'd hand them out like candy. Like it just wasn't a deal. It was like the drug companies are encouraging it, and uh, people will have them. I don't like painkillers at all. When I know when I've needed them. I don't like pain a lot less. Um, but if I'm on them, I'm very, very eager to get off of them. I don't like the feeling. I don't get ill or anything like that, but there's one side effect. I think most people would agree. You're not the most regular, and in a not too quick when I'm on them anyway. And you get to feel a little backed up. So I don't like to stay on them in extended periods of time, in large part because of that. But hey, if you need them, but use your doctor's recommendations and be very aware of trying to not stay on them for an extended length of time, because if you do, or if you just choose to use them recreationally and are using them to mask other coping things, then you're moving into the point where the doctors are going to start telling you shouldn't be using them anymore, because they don't see a legitimate need. The whatever the injury or something should have been through a healing cycle, but you're still using. Well, at that point, you're coping, right? You're masking. You've got some emotional stuff. You're not happy with where you're at in your life, career, whatever it may be. That painkiller part, you're using the dopamine effect to numb that stress or pain in your life. Don't don't let that become confront it. Get those, if I could talk about anything on here, I try to always just go deal with stuff, right? We've all got stuff. It sucks a lot of times, but don't hide from it. Sometimes you got to take a step back. You got to reset and re-energize to take it on. But if you become aware of anything in your life that you're using to avoid confronting a life change, or the fact that a relationship is, it's not working, but you're trying to force it. You're scared of what life will look like on the other side, so you're just trying to square peg round hole kind of stuff, right? Don't turn to chemicals to to make that better, whether it's alcohol or anything else. But here in the United States, so many people were so readily given opioids that they just, hey, I can be numb, right? Quote unquote, whether it's physical pain or emotional or anything else, I can stay numb. And when the time came to get off of those, and whether it was the doctor or whether it was the boards of health going, dude, you no more. This is crazy. This person has had 7 million prescriptions for Percocet over 5 years. Cut them off. Then they're on the street, and then they are physically dependent on the drug, and there's not a lot of means to walk that back. And the next step, as I understand, I don't have any firsthand experience with this that I know. I don't know of anybody that's uh, made this in my particular circle or anything like that, or in any way used these kinds of hard drugs. But as I understand it, when you are cut off from opioids, the next step is heroin. And people will, in desperation, will go, and you can't hold down a job if you're on heroin. You probably hadn't been doing a real good job of that if you're constantly living on pain pills either, because usually these things don't happen in isolation, right? Um, and so at some point you're going to get in trouble at work, or you've no longer been permitted to get the pills that you want, so you're either buying them illegally from some kind of dealer that's getting other people to get prescriptions, or you switch over and go to heroin. And at that point, you're not, if you're going to the corporate bathroom to shoot up heroin or something, I assume you got to use the needle, right? That's what I see in movies, so that's what I know. But if you're doing that kind of stuff, you're not going to hold down the job very long, and you're going to be loss of income and physically unable to clean up long enough to pass a drug test to get a new job. And now you're making choices where um, listening to family members that may take you in and give you a place to live and help you get back on your feet or cleaned up or whatever are saying, as a condition of that, you got to get off the stuff that's destroying your life. So what's the choice? I can do all that, or I can head to the streets and have pretty reliable access to cheap, unsafe, bad drugs. And then when it's a cold winter day and you're moving along, you end up um, in libraries and other public buildings that it's more hassle to turn you away if you're not harassing other people. So you go pull a book off a shelf, you sit down at a table, you spend 8 hours, and as you need your fixes, you go into the bathrooms, right? So that's where we cycle back. Here in the United States, what money the libraries currently have, tragically, they're having to shut down for months at a time and spend all of their available budget doing biohazard cleanup for meth contamination and heroin and all the rest. But meth is of course the dangerous trace drugs or trace elements drugs or whatever in the bathroom. So junkies are coming in there, shooting up, leaving needles and all that kind of stuff. The meth, whatever it is, gets into all the bathroom tile grout and fixtures and all that kind of stuff, and they basically have to spend all their budgets not on books and software and computers and all that for the people that are low income, don't don't have their own home internet, need to go research stuff for school book projects and all that kind of stuff. You're spending it cleaning up after. And again, I'm sorry. I know that I think I just laid out. I understand the social problems here, but you're cleaning up after junkies that have so little respect for themselves or others that they're going into contaminate places where kids are, kids and adults and everybody are supposed to go for knowledge, and making them toxic with drugs. So it is sad. It's so sad, and it's been the problem here, and why it's so new in Colorado. The amount of local news that I watch, which is it's I tried to step away from local news. It's so hype and so divisive and um, casting things in a negative light. It really is not healthy, but it drives ratings, so it's a business model. Um, but here, one library found that, right, and they they had to go clean up. Well, then once everybody was aware of it, they all had to look, and so basically from the new year through this year, like a good half of the libraries around had to shut down, and because they all became aware and checked, and it was like, oh my god, our facilities are all um, trashed as well. And I don't know the insides. I'm not a library administrator or anything like that, but um, uh, like Jenny just said here, and trying to get a book out of a library, and they're like, somebody, whatever it is, book fine or whatever, but somebody took that book, checked it out, and I get it, like that, sometimes that happens, and people don't pay their fines and all that. It's probably a part of doing business as a library, but somebody takes that book, doesn't bother to return it, there isn't going to be money to go back and replace it. And more and more and more and more as time goes on, the physical media of books, there's just city councils or boards or whatever your local government is, when there's so many competing needs for those budget dollars, how many people are going to go back to paper books, right, and replace them? So yeah, when they go away out of a library, they're gone. And that part, man, I don't mean to bring everybody down, but that breaks my heart as a book lover, and lots of paper books here that I love flipping the pages on, knowing that it won't be too terribly long, too many generations, and um, kids just won't have that opportunity. Whether and it's tough enough, right? I know when my parents, I helped them move last year, when they were cleaning out their house and downsizing and all that, books were a huge deal. It was like, yeah, take the ones you really care about. We're taking stacks and stacks of these to the secondhand stores or charity donations and all that, because um, you just can't store or move or keep personal stacks of as many, no matter how much you want to. And sadly, there's not a lot of um, good charities out there that I know of, at least, that say, they're out here, like you hear it all the time because it's a big overhead, right? But cash for clunkers, right? For a tax write-off or donation, so you can write that off your taxes. If you got an old broken down car, schools or various charities will accept those, and they've got a deal, with a junkyard or whatever. Uh, by taking that donation, they can go through and recycle all the various parts or resell it or fix it up or whatever they do with it. They can do that. Why there isn't something like that with books that say um, they're available for anybody who needs them or doesn't have the means. Uh, I just looking here at my shelf. I've got Alexander the Great and Xenophon and Plutarch. Books that have been read for hundreds and hundreds of years. They don't change or get old or out of date because they're sitting on a shelf. Even if that book is 30, 40 years old, it doesn't matter as long as it's not literally falling apart. Somebody else can get the same mental reward out of engaging with it that we would. I know I'm going on a big rant. I got to wrap up. It's been too long, but Jenny, I'm sorry that your library didn't have a hard copy of Hitchhiker for you. I'm glad you were able to find it on eBay though, and that is a good thing, right? A lot of people are selling those, so if you are looking for books, secondhand is a great way to go. If you guys, anybody, if you're watching the VODs, if you are here in chat or come back in the future, or anything like that, and you're aware of them, let me. I know there's like the little. They're kind of like birdhouses or mailboxes scattered around, kind of in more urban areas that are just open book library. That's been kind of a trend where you go throw a couple books in. I'd be okay with that with like paperback novel kind of pulp fiction-y kind of books that you just you've read them once, you're never going to go back. It's fine. Got some entertainment, throw it out there, but I wouldn't put even if they're paperback or all that classics and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if there's stuff out there that has a means of repurposing and bundling, getting those out. But it would be great, and I know a lot of places will accept them, such as I don't know, maybe it's a single mothers or a hospice or a cancer rehab or an addiction center or something like that, where they'll say we've got inpatient people and all that. Make a we're going to have our own bookshelves kind of corner where people can come in and while they're here, have things to read that they don't have to go out. Family members don't have to bring things in for them. I think it's hit or miss, right? Some places really appreciate that and promote it. Other places, it's like, we have to store them then, and not. Frankly, a lot of those people that are in those places have phones or tablets or whatever, and they're reading what they want when they want. I know that if I was in the hospital or something like that, I got my phone, I got my laptop. All right, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm not probably going to wander down to the bookshelves and look. But then I am also the guy that, like, if the the restaurant where I'm sitting has a couple books on a shelf or something before you get your table, I'm just likely to pull one off a shelf and flip through it, or at least check to see if they are real books and not just like the furniture store fake books. Yeah, exactly. And for libraries, I get that, right? They've because there's like library bind on books and some of that kind of stuff, just for the durability, right? Because you donate a paperback book to a library, it gets checked out 3 times and it's falling apart, right? There's levels of quality. So library bound books. The publishers will usually, for any run of books, or whenever they have enough requests or whatever, they will do a library, and I think same kind of deal, right? That's their charitable deal, where they'll make those available, but they will do a special bind that's a little beefier, a little more durable, and set up. I think how they do it. So yeah, they can't generally here in the States too. You can't just take a load of books and dump them off at your library. They're gonna be like, what do you want us to do about this? Um, but I don't know. I'll keep my eye out. I'll see if anybody has anything inspired that I hear back. Again, for such an amazing stream day, kind of a little bit downer. I'm sorry to talk about addiction and homelessness and all that, but in context of libraries, at least here in my part of the world, it's a real problem. And all I can do is my little bit. Certainly, I do stuff outside of streaming, but in context of Twitch, all I can do is talk directly. If you're watching this and uh, you can identify in your own life that there's things out there you're choosing not to deal with by eating too much, even gaming or something. If it's becoming a point where that replaces uh, conversations you need to have with loved ones, or um, the trouble you're having at school, and instead of getting a tutor or addressing that class you're about to fail out of, you just go spend another night playing video games. take a hard look at that, right? Because that pattern, it may be very innocent at the start, but it can build into a pattern of behavior that can take you to horrible, horrible places. And I know I kind of come down hard on there's a lot of people that are here, um, particularly that kind of, it's kind of a lifestyle, right? And it's horrible to say that, but there's plenty of well-meaning people that we have overnight shelters in the winter, food donations and clothing donations and all that. So you can basically, if you check your pride at the door, you can go eat for free, and you're gonna sacrifice a lot of personal possessions and stuff, but you can live on drugs, wrecked all the time. And as long as you pull yourself together, but unfortunately, you can't for long, right? You will then, I think some of there's horrible, frightening statistics on the life expectancy once people make that plunge, where they're like, I'm going to live on the streets, and I'm doing so because I don't want anybody telling me not to get high. Um, it's frightening that in first world countries, people go from having had careers and families and loved ones and engagements, and very what you would think successful lives, and you start introducing a drug, and by the time they're like, nope, I'm walking out the door and shutting it and not going to have a mailing address or any kind of contact, it's like 18 months that a lot of those people are no longer alive, and it kills me. So look out for them, and look out, look out for your family members and all that. If like we were saying with mining, if you see something, you don't have to be a jerk about it, or all um, too too high and mighty, because we're all, at various times in our lives, we're all going to have various, stuff that we struggle with. It may be, dude, I carry too many pounds, right? I got to be less lazy, more active, eat better, all that kind of stuff. I know it. But if you're just refusing to deal with that kind of stuff, yeah, and you see people around, be a friend, come at it from a friend, a caring person. But hey, can I help you out with that? Do you? It seems like that you may be a little stressed out. Is it? Are you dealing with it? And then is a part of that conversation, or as how are you doing with that? Listen for, do they, are there steps, are there next places that they're going to turn to and go forward, and do you get the sense that they have a look to the future? Is there an ABC that they'd like, the C being where they'd like to get to, and a couple steps along the way, or are they just like, yeah, it sucks, I don't. And sometimes we don't have the answers. Sometimes we have to wait for inspiration. We just have to get through the slog, right? It's the grind of video games. Sometimes you just have to do it. But if it's perpetually, I don't know. Well, then that's where it doesn't have to be a shrink or a counselor or anything like that. But sometimes just getting a mentor, an outside perspective of, I see myself stuck in this, whatever that is, and are, what have other people done? Do you know anybody else that's been struggling with whatever that is, a relationship or anybody been down that path? Can I, can you give me a phone, maybe not a phone number, but hey, can we all hang out sometime? I'd really like to talk to those people and see, what changed, or what's going on. Are they doing well, or before you just start throwing names around, are those people actually past it, or are they still struggling too? It's sometimes good to commiserate when you're all going through something together. But if nobody's getting better and the commiseration is, hey, let's go down to the bar and drown our sorrows in a bunch of pints, okay, just lobbing onto that's not going to help anybody. Anyway, way too long, way too long. We are now a full hour after I planned to stop. We did okay, but I think the half hour after, it's good for me to get it off. I hope it helps. I hope somebody someday hears something like that, and oh yeah, maybe that helps. Or hey, listen, I don't know you, whoever you are out there, but I hope you're doing good. And just hearing that, I hope it puts a little smile on her face. I hope it gives that ray of light through a very cloudy, scary looking, stormy night, right? And yeah, it'll get. I promise. I'm older than a lot of school kids. I remember times when I was in high school and college, and it felt like it's never going to get any better. I promise. Having been 20s, 30 years out and beyond all that kind of stuff, it does get. There will be new stuff. There's always stuff, but it'll get better. You'll move on. Don't get so caught up in the moment that anything feels too much to handle. And if it does, there's people around that I'm sure care about you enough to give you a hand and help you out. Anyway, that's it. I'm not. I know you said it. I totally poached Jenny at some point earlier when I was running around the caves. Like, you put a smile on my face. I poached that fully and intentionally, and I know I have assumed that you were just feeling under the weather, like not feeling healthy and good. But oh, whatever. If you just need a little depressed, bummed out, interrupt. I really I get the feeling Wells Jenny, 1984, not 94, is not doing meth in the library bathroom. So I think we're good there. But hey, whether it's big or little, right? We all got stuff. So smiles on our faces. It's Wednesday night. Go Nuggets tonight. Basketball. It's maybe band and bowling tonight, and then but I think excitement for that is waning as everybody's like, man, it's gonna be a long week. So it may be low key. But hey, you guys benefit more streaming at that point. Um, Tomorrow, Friday, regular type 4 to 6 hour streams, and then we've got Saturday. I think I'm spoken for, unless if there's anything, it will be super early in my morning and just basically a Habage after dark before the probably sun's up, but before I head out and about, just do some farming and all that kind of stuff. And then maybe or maybe not Sunday, and then back to it again next week. So appreciate all you guys' support this week has been amazing. Keep coming back. Likes and comments if you're over in the VODs. If you're a YouTuber, subscribe so you know when they're coming. Check me out on Twitter, Habbage1, HAMBBAGE. That will get you the warnings when we're going live over on twitch.tv/Habbage, HAMBBAGE, and set up those notifications so you know when I'm going live. Like Israel is Cool did today. He came in and hung out. Awesome. Shout out, huge shout out to Doc. I don't know if Doc is still on. We've had numbers haven't really dropped when it was thin in the middle, and Doc was here. I appreciate you, dude. Answering, should I wait or should I mine on the diamonds? Letting me know about the Skelly horses, riding do or die on our boat adventure. Doc, fantastic. Great to have you. Always a pleasure. Mel starting us off. It feels like a day ago. Mel checking in at the beginning of the stream and then heading off to hang out with friends for dinner. It is so amazing having people all around the world, different times of day, different hemispheres. Southern hemisphere comes in strong when we get to see Skash and Mel. Asia, Europe, Africa, Australia. I know I've had Central America. I don't know that we've had anyone locked in from South America yet, but to be done. I love it. I'm so appreciative of all you guys coming and hanging out. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. We will check in tomorrow. That's going to do it. Save this thing, quit it. I'm out of here. Take care. Have a wonderful night. Bye now.